Welcome back to Magic Tarot. It's Jasmine. I have a 7-card spread. Now, this is the spread that I was talking about in my last video that I'm going to do for my father. Today is his birthday. He would have been 94 years old today if he was still living. My father passed away in 2009. He had brain cancer, and he went really fast. When the doctor told us that he was diagnosed with brain cancer, the doctor said he only had 3 months to live, so I moved in with my mom to help take care of him until his last dying day. I took care of him until his last breath. Now, during the time that I was taking care of him, he went paralyzed because he had tumors in the pons area of his brain. That's where the nervous system is. So it affected all his limbs. So he kind of went paralyzed and his speech was a little bit slurred. But he never lost his memory. He knew exactly what he was doing and saying. And I used to ask him all the time, "Are you in pain?" And he would always tell me no, which was miraculous, But I went to Bath and Body Works and I found this candle last month. It's called, I don't know if you can see it, Rainforest Gardenia. And it smells like the lotion I used to put on him. I would give him a bath, like a bed bath, and then I would put this lotion on him from Walmart. It was called Gardenia. In fact, this is the body spray. White Pure Gardenia. It was just a cheap lotion that I happened to run to Walmart that one day because my mom had ran out. And this is for women, but I just went ahead and put it on him anyway. Well, he told me that he loved that smell. He loved that scent. And he said, "What is it?" And I told him, "Well, it's gardenia, but it's for women." And he says, "I don't care." He said, "Just put it on me." So every time I'd give him a bath, I would put the gardenia on him. Okay, so that is his favorite scent. And it's okay if it's for women. I told him it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful scent. And it is. So I found this candle because I had planned to do this video when it was his birthday, which is today. Okay. So I pulled the cards. I wanted to see if I can contact him and see if he's got any messages for me. I do see him in my dreams only. He has never actually really appeared to me, but I do hear his voice from time to time while I'm awake. I hear his voice and he'll say things to me. One thing he used to say to me all the time was when I was using Sweet and Low, and he didn't like Sweet and Low, and he'd always say, "Just one, just one." And every time I use Sweet and Low, I hear his voice and I hear him say, "Just one." I don't know why he would do that, but anyway, let's get on with the reading. As I was shuffling, I got 7 cards here. As I was shuffling, I asked him if he was okay. All right. So my dad is an Aries. April's Aries. And this is the first card that fell out was the 4 of Wands. And this is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So this represents him. Okay. Let's see if you can see here. I asked him if he was okay. And in this card here, this is the card of small celebrations and also the card of marriages. Now, I don't... It depends on what you ask and what position this card fell in. So I'm seeing that he is in a beautiful place. And he's in a place where there's people around him that are family members, friends, and small gatherings where they gather and have a good time. They have celebrations. They have happy meetings. They laugh and they joke, and my father was always a very happy man. A lot of people loved him. He was always real calm. He didn't, argue or anything like that. A lot of people loved him. He had lots of people come to his funeral when he passed away. People I never even knew existed. There was a huge crowd. So he is okay. He's in a heavenly place. I'm hearing heavenly place, and he is happy. I'm hearing that he's happy and that he is with family members and friends, and they are celebrating. He says they are celebrating a happy, good life where he's at. And yeah, so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so for the next one, then I asked, "Do you have any messages for me?" with all these other cards here. So this is the first card that fell out. This is the card of recognition for your skills or work. Because you see the pentacles up on top? That means represents money. So he's telling me that I'm going to get recognition for my skills. Maybe at work or maybe here or someplace like that, and that I deserve recognition. He's telling me that it's due, the time is due. I've been doing the work I do at my job for 32 years, and I've never really been recognized. Maybe once I got like Employee of the Year or something like that. In all the 32 years, I've put in 32 years of service in the healthcare business. So he's telling me that I'm due for recognition at work or for my skills. It's time that I got some type of award or bonus or something like that. And then this card also represents being accepted by a group or some kind of organization. I don't know if he's trying to tell me to join a group. I'm already in a dance group and I'm in a drum circle. So, and then I work and I do this. So that's a lot. Okay. And then I do personal readings. So, sorry about my voice, y'all. It's real croaky today. I don't know why. It's probably because I talk a lot. I'm seeing that he's telling me that I'm going to gain material success somehow. Okay. So let's get on with the next one. And again, I kept asking him, what other messages do you have for me? And this card, when it's an upright position, it's like people that are fighting you, picking on you, trying to hurt you, but I have the stamina to fight back. And I have done that in the past. I've had, enemies that try to attack me, people that, jealous of me or want what I have or whatever. And I've always had the stamina to fight back. But here lately, I've been feeling tired, kind of weak, and like I just want a new direction. And this is what this card is representing here. He's saying that you do feel tired and you've been doing the same thing over and over all the time, that it's time to move into a new direction. So he's telling me that he needs me to think about what it is that I want to do and then move from there. He does see the people that have picked on me in the past, that try to bother me or take things from me, steal things from me. He's telling me to hold on, to hang on. I'm hearing hang on. He's saying that the threatening wands will fall away eventually. The threats have passed. Okay, I'm hearing threats have passed. And he says the feeling of insecurity that I've been feeling is going to pass, because every now and then I do feel insecure about my future. Okay, so yeah, he says all those feelings of insecurity will pass eventually. You just got to hang on. He's saying something about a legal case. I'm not involved in a legal case, but he's saying to watch out for a legal case or be careful with the legal case. I'm not sure he's talking about YouTube or, some other thing, but I do have to be careful with the words I use on YouTube. YouTube has really gotten strict about some of the words you use, especially cuss words. And I'm not the type of person that cusses anyway, but you have to be careful with things now, what you say, because they won't monetize you or they'll copy strike you and stuff like that. So he is telling me to be careful with that. I'm hearing near miss, that I was involved in a near miss. I don't recall being involved in a near miss. A near miss is like, oh my God, I almost had an accident, or oh my God, this almost happened to me. That's a near miss. So he's telling me that he saw a near miss for me. I would have to think back. Every day is jumbled up for me because I do so much. So I would have to think back of what near miss he's talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's saying that the competition that I was up against is not as strong as I think of. Okay, I see what he's saying. He's saying there's competition out there, and he says that don't worry about the competition. I think he's talking about this here. He says because I'm stronger than everybody else, so the competition doesn't compare to what I have. That's what he's saying. He says don't worry about the competition. It is not as strong as what you have. All right, thanks, Dad. Yeah. Okay, so now we have the, this is the hold on, the Six of Cups, but it's in the reverse. When it's in upright position, that means childhood memories. And I do a lot of thinking about the past because I wish that I could return there. Just the other day, I was saying to myself, I wish I could go back and live with mom and dad again when I was around, maybe between the ages of 13 and 15. I wanted to be back with my parents. So those were the happiest times in my childhood, I remember, with my parents because they were so much fun. My parents were like little party animals. They always wanted to party, go out, dancing. There was always some kind of dance at my house or a party. My dad used to take us on fishing trips, and on Friday night, it was always a fish fry night, and they would play music, and all the neighborhood kids would come over and eat, and the neighborhood people, and there was always a huge party at my house. And our house was the party house, and I remember all those times, and I wish I could go back to that. It was so much fun. All I remember is dancing and music. That's where I learned to play the drums and dance, and that's why my interest is so much in that, because I grew up with that. Remember, my mother's from Europe. She is gypsy. And then my father, she's got Great Britain. I'm going to tell you everything my mother is. She's Great Britain, Asian, and Middle Eastern, and a little bit of Italian. So, and then there's a lot of gypsy in her family. So I grew up, the tarot cards came from that side of the family. I had a great aunt that would do them, and she taught me from the time I was 14 years old to, when I grew up. And that's how I started with tarot cards over 30 years ago, y'all, because I am an older person. And yeah, also, and then on my father's side is where the magic came in, because he was black. His mother was from Africa, and then his father was a Native American. And at the end of this video, I'm going to insert a picture of my mom and dad, but it's a picture from the 80s because that's when I remember them the most, and I love this picture of them. So you can see what they look like. I look just like my mother. And my father's real dark, because he was black and Native American. But that's where the magic and spells and witch doctors, and not so much witch doctors, because we weren't witches. I'm going to say medicine men. We had two different medicine men. We had a medicine man and a medicine woman. And every time we got sick, my dad would take us to the medicine woman because she was a great healer. She could heal anything. Okay, and we never saw doctors. We always went to medicine women, and we miraculously got better. And I remember candles and spells and incantations, and I know a lot of that stuff. I know some people call me a witch, and no, I'm not a witch, but I do know all this stuff. I do know how to do it. I do not use it for bad. I do not use it for bad, because there is a such thing as black magic and white magic. I only practice white magic, but I do know how to do the black magic. Would I ever use it? No. But I do have the capability of sending somebody away through, how do you say it? It's not so much a spell, but it's a feeling that I can give someone to leave and go away, because I've had enemies that try to attack me and do bad things to me, when I haven't done anything. So I would do this incantation to make them leave and get away from me. And that's just actually putting thoughts in their head to make them think to go away, and they would go away. So I do have that capability, and I will not hesitate to use it on an enemy that wants to cause me bodily harm or spiritual harm. I will make them go away. I can make them wake up in the morning and be floating in the middle of the ocean and not even realize how you got there. Okay, that's why I tell all you haters, be careful. Don't make me upset. Because you might find yourself floating in the middle of the ocean on a wooden raft and not even know how you got there. Okay, anyway, got to read the card. So back to the card. This is the card of childhood memories, returning to the past, which I do a lot. I wish I could go back there, but it's in the reverse. So why is this card in the reverse? So in this card, the card is saying that sometimes my memories from the past aren't that happy, which is true, because there was strife in our family as well. Not every family is perfect. I'm hearing that it's saying disappointments having to do with a family member or expectations of a family. I do sometimes expect too much out of my family, because you know, I am a certain way and I feel like they should be that way too. And sometimes they're not. So sometimes I do expect a lot out of them. I wish they could return the favors that I do for them. I wish they could return those favors to me. And I don't get that from them. Okay. I'm hearing that it's time to let go of worn out ideas. And I do have the idea of returning to the way we once were, but I don't think that's ever going to be, because all our family have gone, especially after my dad passed away. Everyone went their separate ways, and I wish I could return to that, and that's not ever going to happen. He said that it's time to grow into a new future. I'm hearing growing into a new future, because here's the card of beginnings. Okay, so now I'm hearing that I'm going to have a new beginning. And I am having new beginnings with this tarot card reading, you know, because I just started this last year. It hasn't been on YouTube that long. So this is a great new beginning for me, because the hand of the universe is offering me a great beginning. And that also can represent with love, career, friendships. I've made a lot of new friends also in my dance class and my drum circle. So all those great beginnings are coming in for me. This also could represent new love, which I don't have at the moment, but I have a lot of prospects, a lot of men contact me all the time through social media, wanting to talk to me, date me, marry me. I get so many offers, and sometimes it's overwhelming. They send me pictures. Some pictures are good, some pictures are bad, you know, and I'm not that type of woman. I'm not promiscuous, and I don't believe in, you know, some of the things that young people believe in as far as sex is concerned and all that. I want to be with someone that loves me and wants to build a future and a life with me. I see that there's a new baby on the way, but it's not for me, because I can't have a baby anymore due to my age. I'm not that old, guys, but I'm not that young either. And then this also could mean a new birth of some kind. So I do see the new birth. What it's talking about is my tarot card reading. This is a new birth for me, a new thing that's in my life that's new coming. I see new job offers as well. And I also see a new attitude towards something. So I am having a great new attitude towards this. I love doing this. I love tarot card reading, and I feel it's a great new opportunity for me. It's taken me a while to get up and off the ground, because I do work a 12-hour shift. So that, you know, on those days I'm extremely tired and I can't put in as much work as I want to. And I also do personal readings, which takes a lot of energy. Yeah. Okay, so now with the next one. This is the card of the end of a karmic cycle. That a karmic cycle has completed. And I do feel like he's telling me that forget about the past. I do think a lot about my ex. The one, I have many exes. Not that many, but I have several exes. But the one that I was married to, I think this is pertaining. He's saying to please forget about that, because that karmic cycle has ended. There's no life in it. And I do think about it a lot because of the way this person hurt me. And I'm literally hearing my father say, forget about that, because that has ended. It has no more life in it. That cycle has completed. That this person will get his in return, will get whatever's due to him in return, because this person was very, very bad and did a bunch of horrible things to me. And my father knows about these things, and he's telling me right now that this person will get what's coming to him. So this is the card of karmic cycles, the end of a karmic cycle. A cycle has been completed. So he's telling me don't think about it no more, let go of it and move on, because here is the card of abundance. I'm seeing another child being born, and it's not me. I'm kind of thinking my daughter, that's the closest to me, might have a baby. She has not had a baby yet. I only have one child, and she has not had a baby yet. And I've been wishing for grandchildren because I need a grandchild in my life. So I'm kind of feeling that this is telling me that there is a baby coming, and it most likely would be her. But he's also telling me that abundance is coming my way, that I'm going to be sitting pretty like this princess here. Not only am I sitting pretty, but I'm going to be sitting quite comfortable because her seat is cushioned. You see how her seat is cushioned? And she also has, I don't know if you can see back here, the sign of protection. This is the sign of protection right here. So I will be protected. My finances will be protected. My life, my career, everything will be protected in my life from this day forward. And there's an abundance coming towards me. You see that water flowing towards the woman? So that's the abundance coming towards her from the universe. And not only that, when the wheat grows, that means your finances are growing. And then when it's yellow, that's a bright, beautiful new day, a new future. She holds all the stars on her head. So that's every zodiac. And then again, she has the power stick and she's holding it up. Anytime you see I call it the power stick. But whenever you see a character in these cards holding the stick up, that means power, that she's control of her own destiny. So that is what he's telling me in this card, that I am in control of my own destiny. I have the power to control it, and there's an abundance flowing towards me. Thanks, Dad. Thank you very much for letting me know this, because I do feel great things are coming, and an abundance is coming. And as far as my daughter having children, I only want her to have children when she's ready for that. I don't want her to do it, just for me, or because society says it's the right time or whatever. I think that things will come when they come, when God has an order for it. Everything we do in our lifetime, there's an order for it. A lot of people say it's a coincidences. I'm here to tell you there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences in life. Everything that happens is meant to happen, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's meant to happen because of the path that we choose. If we choose the wrong path, then something will happen, and you get off track, but then God tries to push you back into the right track, back into the right path. So there are no coincidences. Things are mapped out for us in a certain way to follow a certain path. If we don't follow that path, we fall off the path, and then things happen, and people say, oh, it must be a coincidence. No, it's not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidences. So yes, Dad, thank you so much. I do feel his presence here, and I can hear his voice, and I hear him telling me these things that I'm saying. When I say he's saying, that's when I hear his voice. I love you, Dad, so much. And I want to tell you thank you for everything that you ever did for me, especially when I had my daughter by myself. I didn't have any help. You used to come to my house every week with a pack of diapers and milk and groceries. And I know I thanked you then, but I want to thank you again and tell you how much I love you. And for everything you did for me. My dad bought me 5 cars in my lifetime. I never had to buy a car as long as he was living, because he would buy me or give me a car. He would always give me a car. I always had transportation because of my father. And also, we love you very much, and we miss you, and I hope you have a happy birthday there where you're at. And I will never, ever forget you, ever forget you. You were the love of my life and the light of my day, and we all love you and miss you very much, Dad. Happy birthday, and please come in my dream and talk to me, because I have so much to tell you. I gotta go, y'all. Bye-bye.